Hey guys, it's Guy here, and I'm coming to you guys today with a new manga that I've been reading, and I think a lot of people would like, and it's called Tales of Destruction. Recently, there's only I think about 4 or 5 chapters that are translated into English, with about 30 to 40. I think maybe a little bit more are still in Japanese, but to say the least. If you just look at the pictures, you would have a general idea, or you could translate it on your own. And because the translating team right now is a little slow and it's not that big, but I would still press that you guys should go check this out. At least the first fight. I know I might have exposed the brackets here, but just gonna let you guys know these are spoilers for like the first 15 or so chapters, just to get you guys hyped up on. And that's just what I've been reading, and I'm already hyped up for this manga. For all my Record of Ragnarok fans or Kengan Ashura fans, this is going to be right up your alley if you want to actually read this manga and pick it up. Let's start with the general gist of this manga, which is basically a tournament with I think 3 or 4 blocks full of, if I'm not mistaken, 8 fighters in each block. So a total of about 32 fighters will be competing in each of these blocks, and they are basically based off of fairy tale characters. Now, I'm not saying like, oh, Natsu or Zerif. No, I'm talking about like folklore, like the little stories that we would used to read as kids. It's like the Three Little Pigs, Red Riding Hood, Pinocchio, and basically, the first 4 or 5 chapters are going over the first fights. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, this is gonna be major spoilers for the first fight and the actual roster of the characters, which I'll go into in just a bit. The first guy that we get introduced to is Dark Momotaro, which is, if I'm not mistaken, a Chinese or Japanese folklore hero. He gets introduced as the first fighter or first contender, and is actually the first person that is going to be fighting in this tournament. And his opponent is Buddha or Son Goku, and they are the ones that basically start this entire tournament and are the very first match of the tourney. Now, each of them are very well like dwelled in Black Air Force activity and energy, which, well, I'll probably honestly end up making a video about both of them because of how dangerous and how much of a Chad both of these characters could be in their fights. But basically, this is round 1, and we get introduced to the rest of their block, being we have Red Riding Hood's counterpart, Red Cannibal Hood. We have Terminator Pinocchio. We get Hansel with Gretel as his actual weapon in this tournament. Well, if you're into being dominated, then we probably have your favorite character being Snow White in a full latex suit with the manager of Poison, which is going to be interesting with their matchup. You can't have a fighting manga without a lolly, so Magical with Witch Girl Alibaba is this series' lolly chick. Then we have my personal biggest letdown of the series, and who I was the most hyped to actually see fight and was disappointed, is basically the Beauty and the Beast ripoff, Belle the Cursed Beast. But basically, right when the match starts, this man, Momotaro, goes in for a one-shot kill technique against the Buddha, and the Buddha literally just parries it and just disrespects Momotaro. I'm not going to show the entire fight in this video, but they end up swapping hands until Buddha actually takes it seriously and slams Momotaro by expanding and basically penetrating him with a ginormous black pole. Momotaro eventually changes into his like demon release form, and then this happens and really stops his hype. The Buddha basically catches this man's swing, freshly transformed. Yeah, that's a cuck right there. But basically, they end up swinging. He ends up actually slashing through Buddha, and Buddha transforms, and then they end up fighting until Buddha is ultimately killed in their final clash. And we get introduced to the second part's contestants. I don't speak Japanese, but we have this lady. We got the pumpkin head here. I don't know what to say about this guy. We got a furry in the manga, so I guess, yeah. I think this is the frog that was a prince, maybe? I think this is supposed to be a rabbit, but he looks cool. Apparently we got a freaking bed with the prehistoric handcuffs, so yeah. So we actually got the three little pigs in this story as just literal pigs. We have this guy as the last and final contestant, but he's big and he looks cool. But the last one, I thought that he got folded like really badly and embarrassing. So I'm just not gonna have my hopes for him. But yeah, I just needed something to take out. So I didn't even write a script for this because I have a lot of other videos. I have actual collabs to work on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please check it out. I'll have the translated and then the raws for this. But anyways, peace out, guys.